Hi friends, welcome to or welcome back to the channel Jane Reads. My name is Jeanette and today I am going to do a flip through of my 2026 reading journal. So once again this year I am using a spiral bound notebook. I have printed off a bunch of printables, put them in, designed quite a bit of it, and yeah, right now it is just basically the printable. So this will give you the basic setup of what I do. I have not written in most of the stuff, so we'll see. And I have my 2025 here so that I can also show kind of what I've changed. It's got the dollar store sticker on it. What I've changed from this one into this one, or what I have kept the same. So let's go to the overhead view and do the flip through. Okay, here we are with my 2026 reading journal. As you can see, I just use a 3-subject notebook with 250 pages, spiral bound. I get this from the dollar store. I could take out these subject dividers because I do not use them, but I just kept them in this year. I'll probably take them out this year. We'll see. I haven't fully decided. So the first page is my reading goals for the year. I do have a video already posted about what my goals are, so I will link that below. Then the next page is 2026 new releases divided by month. So I can write down, okay, this book is coming out in August. I can put the title here, and then I just beside it, I put what date it's actually coming out. Then I have another page for the 2027 releases. This will just be as I find out about them. It'll be the book and the release date. Then my read every day. So I like to color in if I've read for the day. Then if I finish a book on that day, I will color in and write down the book number it was. This is exactly the same from last year's. Then I have my book tracker for my goal of 126 books. Then I've just added bonus points for 162 books. Now there is 200 books on here, but that is not my goal at all. It's just what fit nicely on the page. I will color in the spine with that month's color that I will use to represent January throughout the whole book or the whole journal. And then I will color in the actual cover of the book with the star reading. I have not determined what my star reading colors will be yet, but that's an example. Then I have my books read log page. So I just have a spot to record the book title, the author, the star rating, which I will color in with that monthly's color, the number of pages, and then I can mark whether I read it physically, it was an ebook, or I read it by audio. And then I have a key where I will put an X in this column if I own the book, or a CL for Church Library, PL for Public Library, KU for Kindle Unlimited, L for Libby, and H for Hoopla. I no longer have my Audible subscription, so I will not be recording it on here. And then I have enough here for 168 books. Again, that's just because how it fit, right? I didn't need another page because I don't expect to read more than 168. We'll see. I ran out of room in this year's journal, so I just have a loose page, but we'll see. Then I have audiobook tracker, so I have 2 pages for this, title, author, the date finished, and then how did I read it? Was it from Audible, Hoopla, Libby, other? I kept Audible on here because there are some books I own through Audible, so that is why it's still on here. Okay, then I have my ARC tracker, where again, title, author, the publication date, the source, where did I get it from, have I read it, have I reviewed it, have I posted it. Then I have a place to record any 5-star reads, so basically just the month that I read the book, the title of the book, and the author. Then I have a place to record my 10 self-destruct books, so I will just write the title and author down here. This video is posted, so I will link that below. And then I have books purchased prior to 2020. I have 14 of these books. Again, I will just list title and author from here, and then I will check off once I read them. So my goal is to read 7 of these 14, so half of them. I did a video last year about all these books. At that time, I had 19. I read 5 this year. So yeah, I need to get more of those read because they've been on my TBR for a while. Then I have my 26 and 26 board. Couldn't do a bingo board this year because 26 didn't fit. So this is what I've come up with. I saw this online by somebody. I think it was on Pinterest. I found it. So I just took that idea. So 5, 5, 6, 5, and 5. Then each book from that 2026, so this is last year's. So I have the book cover, and then on the back of the book was these scratch stickers with a number underneath. So once I've read this book, then I can scratch the spot, reveal the number, and then the cover will go on here. My husband is going to put these together for me. Once I have the book covers printed for him, then he'll write the number, put the sticker on. And then that way I cannot plan it out, right? I'm surprised where it goes, and we'll see how long it takes to complete a line. Each time I complete a horizontal line, I will get a reward. So I can earn 5 rewards from completing these books. Then I have my 26 and 26 priority rereads. So I have 16 rereads that I want to reread next year. It is a 4x4 bingo board. I'm not showing you because I haven't done a video on this yet. I will be filming a video, hopefully in the next week it will be up, of what are the 16 books that I hope to reread next year. And then again, I will put the book cover on once I have completed the book. But these spaces have the titles of the books written on them. Then I have a page to record any other books that I reread, because some of these are not book 1 in a series. So any other books that I reread throughout the year, I can record here. I need that for something else. Okay. Then I have my series tracker page. I really like having the series name. I know it's a lot on a couple pages. I have shrunk the font this year compared to last year's book, but we'll see how it goes. I've also not put all the books in some series if I've already read them. For example, Liz Johnson, Christmas Captive is book 6 of the Men of Valor series. I have only put book 6 because that's the only book I have left for this series to complete it. Other spots I left, like Juliana Deering's Drew Farthering series, for example. There are 6 books I've already read 4. I only have 2 left, but I kept them in here. Basically, it depended on how it fit on the page, whether I shrunk the series and removed some books or not. I have series on here that obviously I'm continuing from 2025, 2024 possibly, maybe 2023, so that I've already started. Then I have series on here that are series that I need to start in 2026 because they're on my 26 and 26. Like at least one of the books is on my 26 and 26, so I need to start that series. So that series is on here. Same thing, there's a couple series on here that is part of my priority rereads, so they're on here. Then there's just other series I want to start this year, so again, they're on here. I do not remember what the number is of series that are on here, but this is them. And then I have space down here to record any series that I do start that I had not planned on. Maybe the book hasn't even come out. Maybe I didn't own it at this point in time and got it throughout the year. Who knows, right? Because these are all books I own parts of the series. Or these are all series where I own books that are part of that series. I just realized. Depends how quick you were there. Okay. So Then I have my authors to zero page. I can give you a sample of this based on last year's journal. So last year I had 11 authors on here. My goal was to complete 5 authors to zero out of these 11. So then I had the author name and how many books I needed to read by them, like what the books were. Again, I shrunk the font a little bit this year to fit it. As you can see, I made some progress on Lena Ideason, but there's still a lot of books for me to read by her. So she's an author that is carried over on here. Then there are authors I have added to here because I did complete 5 authors this year. I will be doing a video on this, hence why I'm not going to show you who's on here right now, even if you do see a little bit. Okay. Then we have my Christian fiction bingo. So this is the reading challenge for the year that I am doing, that I put on and shared with you guys. The announcement video for this will be linked below. It has the printable and all the information that you need to participate. You do not have to read 24 books, and you don't have to read them in the month the prompt is. You can make this work for you. It has to be Christian fiction books. Then I am going to participate in Oshina's Christian Romance Challenge, so I have her printable. Then we get into the other print. So these are the 2 that I'm going to primarily focus on because my focus is Christian fiction, so these just fit perfectly. Then I have a few other challenges in here that I would like to participate in. I don't know if I will focus on them or if I will complete them all, but I just want to see how much progress I can make in them. So that is the Go With The Flow challenge that is hosted by Sarah's Nightstand and Jen from Bookish Blonde. So we have the prompts, and then we have like a little explanation about the prompts. Then I have Chantel's Read Your Bookshelf challenge. So one of her printables she offered. Then I just created this little bingo board set up so that I could add the book covers as I complete a prompt. So it'll just be January, February, March, April, May, June, right? Then I have the 2 printables for the Buzzword Challenge, so title and cover. And then Alma's Journey Through Time challenge, again, her printable. And I've just added so I could add book covers. And Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, her printable for the Read with Winnie the Pooh. And then the board, so I'll just fill in the covers in the same order they're on here. Then Jen from Bookish Blonde is doing a 26 and 26 with the alphabet. So there is a prompt for each letter of the alphabet rather than doing a book title with that letter. And so once I complete a prompt, I can add the book title name over here. Then I haven't fully decided what I'm doing here yet. I have my A to Z challenge printable that I have done for the past couple of years for the book titles. I have never completed it. I don't know if I will do it, so that's why it's still loose right now. I could possibly put book recommendations here if I want to keep track of them, or I might find another challenges, something, I don't know. I haven't fully decided on this page, but I've left the space. Then I have a place to track all my buddy reads, my book club books, any group reads, and I just have 6 months and 6 months, so January to December, with just, I can put them in that section. Exact same thing for any readathons going on that I want to participate in, so January to June, July to December. So I'll just write the readathon name, who it's being hosted by, and then I'll put a check mark beside it if I participated. Then I have my TBR book balance. So these are any books that are on my TBR. And so my starting number, any ARCs that I got through that month, any physical books I brought in, any ebooks I brought in. Then what did I read? So any ARCs that I read, the number of books that I owned, either ebook or physical that I read. Did I unhaul any that were not read? we'll see about that. And then what is my end number? So with, by the time I take this, add these guys in, minus these guys, what is my end number? And what was my change from the month prior? So we'll see how that works. I did not do great at keeping this up this year. I fell behind, and then my numbers didn't balance the way I thought they should have. So we'll see. If I keep on top of it each month, hopefully I can make it work correctly this year. And then I have my yearly stats page. This did not change at all from last year. So I have the month, the number of books I've read, the total number of pages, how many were rereads, how many did I read physically, ebook, audio, or how many were a combo. So if I've read a combo, it only gets recorded in here. I don't add it to the audio number and the physical number, for example. Then we go to ratings. So how many books did I DNF or give 1 star? 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. And what was my average rating for the month? How many books did I haul and how many books did I unhaul? Now this unhaul is different than this one because this could be books I'm just unhauling after reading them. Then we go into, I have a spot to write a yearly wrap up, so I've just penciled it in here. Obviously the year hasn't even started, so I can't wrap up with the year yet. Then I have a spot to do a book bracket. I've left this loose so that it'll be easier. I shall take it out right now so I can show you. Then this is where my monthly stuff will go. I haven't fully decided how I'm doing this. I was going to do a calendar at the top of each month with kind of maybe a YouTube schedule, a posting schedule for book reviews, or tracking how long it takes me to read a book. Like I can, when I started the book, when I finished the book. I haven't fully decided what I'm doing, and then I was going to put my TBR below. But I don't know if this is enough room. As I said, I do not write small. I don't write huge, but I don't write small either, so we'll see. And then I was given this planner for Christmas. So I'm thinking I might just use this to track, to record my schedule for things. So see, because I like that it's nice and small, and I can just put it with this journal. So we'll see. I haven't fully decided yet, but I have it just in case. Then I have my just space. So this is, I'll show you last year's in a minute. So this is, what did I read in the month? So the book title and author, star rating, and then how I read it. So here's a sample of last year, for example. So I have a page for what's on my TBR. This is the month of May. And then here is the books read. So the title, and then the color rating, again, this, or the star rating colored in. Again, this will be like the monthly color, and then how I read it. This is just an overview. And then I have readathons that I'm participating in, and then it goes TBR, books read, and again, readathons. So I was thinking for the book bracket thing, it might be easiest to have this loose, because then I can take this for each month and know, okay, so this is what I read in the month of June. I can look at it, okay, what was my favorite book from the month of June? And then I can fill it in here. Then I can flip to the month of July, and what was my favorite book? And then fill it in here. So I think having this loose would be more helpful, because I can flip to each month. Then once this is determined, then I can stick it into that yearly wrap-up spot. That's what I'm thinking. And then, so I just have right now, because I haven't decided exactly how I'm doing this yet, I've not played my TBR game for the new year for January, so I don't know how long my TBR is, so I haven't fully decided what I'm doing. So I have a number of spots to have, like I've left pages for 2 pages every month, so there's 24 pages, so that depending whether I participate in readathons, how many printables I have, I've got space. Then we have my book reviews. And so this starts with just I will print the book cover, then I will color in the stars based on what star rating. Again, it will be that monthly color so that I can see when it changes. And I did the similar thing this year. Well, similar. I did the exact same thing this year. This is what it looks like completed. And then you'll see I am behind on my current reading journal. So at first, before I print the book covers, I will just write in the book title and then color it in. And then once I have the book cover printed, then I will take it and stick it in. And I need to work on catching up on my reading journal. So I have changed the printable a little bit. It has 30 on a page now instead of 25. And I've added a few more than I did this year because I ran out of pages this year. Then I go to my review section. So I record title, author, genre, setting, characters, and when I finished it. And then down here, I will write any quotes that I'm taking from the book will be in a different pen color than what I used to fill out this. Then my review, my thoughts on the book, again, will be in a different pen color than what the quotes, so that the quotes stand out. And then down here will be what the star rating was. So just a very brief summary of the book. And then I will use this when I do my book reviews and things like that. And so right now I've only got 4 set up, but I have to continue. But usually I'll do that kind of as I'm going. Then I've left a bunch of space so that hopefully I don't run out of space this year, because again, I ran out of space in 2025. Then I have video ideas and notes. So this is just for my channel information for different things going forward. I haven't filled this out yet, but I have a spot to write video review, video ideas, my 5-star predictions, any games that I might want to think of, change kind of thing. Then I have my Christian fiction bingo. So kind of my notes for running it, for when I'm putting together recommendations. So the month, the booktuber, what the prompt is, and any kind of notes that go with that prompt. Then I have 2 pages per month. So January is both of these, so that I can write down the prompt and write down books that would go with it. For example, so if I read a book with a house on the cover in January that I absolutely loved, and I'm like, I need to remember this to recommend this in November, I would flip to November's section in here and write down that book name and title, so that when I go to do my November book recommendations for the prompt house on the cover, I can just go to this section and be like, oh, okay, that fits. And then I have further back, I have another page dedicated to epistolary books, or any books that would fit for the epistolary readathon, because that is now in the 2nd year this year. Hopefully it'll continue in 2027. And then I can just go back to any books that I read that fit, like had journal entries, letters, texts, emails, things like that. So I have a place to mark those notes. So for example, I'll show you January's because I've already posted the recommendation video. So this is January. So January's prompt is dual timeline. And then I've written down books I want to recommend to you. And then I've written down books that are possibilities for me to read that would fit. So I will do this the exact same thing with 2 different colors. So I know which one are recommendations and which ones are possibilities. Then this is the second prompt for January. So this is basically an idea of what the page would look like. So just cheat sheet for myself, basically. So that is my 2026 reading journal. So that is my reading journal. We'll see how it goes this year. I do have some ideas already for next year, 2027, but let's get through 2026 first, and we will see what happens. If you have any questions about anything that I showed you, or how I'm using something, or what I've used, please leave them in the comments below and I will be sure to answer. I have designed all these printables myself. I do not have them for sale anywhere. I'm sorry. Yeah, but feel free to use them for inspiration to design your own. I have used Canva, and I have forced myself to use Word. I've mainly used Canva and Excel, but I forced myself to use Word because last year I used Publisher. It's one of my favorite programs to use, but it is being phased out, so I'm like, I cannot. So I'm like teaching myself other programs instead to use for what I would have done in Publisher. Yeah, I'm a little sad about that, but that's okay. So yeah, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you stick around for future videos. Thank you. Bye.